Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be watching how the Sidemen built a how do you pronounce it? 100,000 million, whatever.
100 mil.
Yeah, one of them. YouTube empire. I'm actually reading from the screen, that's why I keep looking down. And it was made by, how do you pronounce that?
I can't read.
The Nod Dodford. So shout out to you for making this video. Thank you to Lucky for actually suggesting this video, so thanks for also keeping, well, patient for us to actually do this video. We appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe and like, because when we get to 1,500 we are doing another giveaway, so hopefully we'll get that before Christmas so we can do another Christmas giveaway. And let's get on to the video.
22, the Sidemen are international superstars. They're creative pioneers, lucrative businessmen, and the face of UK YouTube. But all this fame and acclaim starts with 7 lads in their bedrooms itching for an impossible future. It's a success story for the ages, but can it ever be done again? The inspirational journey is a decade in the making. Let's whiz through it.
So weird.
Simon and JJ knew each other in school, as did Toby and Josh. They hung out online for a while before inviting Ethan one day in 2013. Vic joined later that year, and the 6 of them began a GTA group called the Ultimate Sidemen. Fancying one more member, the group was completed with Harry's arrival in early 2014.
What's going on?
All 7 were creating individually on their own
He's basically doing it fast forward.
I know, but I'm getting bare lost.
channels before deciding to join forces. And thus, the Sidemen were born. Their first year was a quick success. Their GTA videos found traction, and clearly the boys had stumbled upon something interesting. So much so that with their growing platforms, rising monetization, and flourishing friendship, they left their parents' homes and created the Sidemen house.
Jeez.
It was here that the Sidemen's output hit maximum overdrive. With nothing to do besides record videos all day, every day, in each other's company, their YouTube channels grew and grew and grew. All things considered, they'd landed in the perfect setup. They were doing what they loved, in an environment that encouraged it, while living with their closest mates. But for many of them, I'm sure this was a crossroads moment. It was a huge risk moving into a house with practically strangers. YouTube was big at the time, but being a YouTuber, it wasn't
Oh my
quite
god,
respected.
did you see how LEA looked then?
At least I'm sure not from their parents. Sure, the value of the job was revealing itself, but there were no guarantees. And they were young, finding their feet, working out who they were. Was it the right decision? Fuck it.
I've got 300 subscribers in an hour. I'm gonna go and do more.
They were kids chasing a dream. 7 lads who wanted a different life.
They are
wanted to have
inspirational.
fun
I was just about to
along the
say
way.
that. Like literally, credit when due.
Shit, man, we're going somewhere. Yeah. I need to do more of it. I need to do more of it.
Play,
I'm going
record,
out that
edit,
podcast
sleep,
table.
repeat,
Yeah.
over and over. They put the graft in. Days at their desks, cultivating something big. They were only just
Literally,
sniffing.
this is basically saying that you can't, if you want it, you work for it. And this is a prime example of this, completely.
Something was forming here, and millions began to notice. The Sidemen house really brought the lads together. As well as colleagues, they were truly best friends.
They all jumped
They were
together.
each integral parts of the group. But a side effect of broadcasting your lives like the boys were is something interesting. We felt like a member too. It was intimate. When fans today say they grew up with the Sidemen, this is where it began.
Can you come see this real quick?
Personalities
The mess
bloomed,
of the
dynamics
house, though.
developed, and the character archetypes were formed. It didn't take long to expect Vic to be bullied, JJ to do something weird, or Ethan to laugh hysterically. They'd gone from one-man shows to a sitcom cast, and fans were ready to binge.
To remain in a reformed European Union.
We have a disaster called the Big Lie. Champions of the world.
The mid-2010s were the golden era of YouTube vlogging. Despite coming from backgrounds in gaming, the Sidemen were finding great success in their real-life content. Of course, YouTube was bustling with this stuff back then.
Hello everyone, today I'm joined with all these YouTubers. We've got Zoe, Che,
Oh my god, this was my livelihood. Before them.
These annoyed me for some reason.
Oh, there you are. And Alfie Day, yeah!
Joe Sugg and his creator friends reigned the
Oh my
platform for
God.
years. But many of these guys are nowhere to be seen in 2022. Asked
Literally.
why, Joe Sugg said,
My audience have all grown up, or the audience I had back then, they're all now in their 20s. The stuff that I
Literally.
knew how to make back then, is not what they want to consume now as content.
Which means one thing, they didn't adapt well enough. Not like the Sidemen.
Welcome to the Sidemen channel.
2016 was a pivotal year for the Sidemen. It was time to expand, attempt new things. Their shared channel was born just in time for their first charity football match.
An embrace ya from the Sidemen.
Mini Minter ripples the net.
100 grand you guys have made for the charities, which is fantastic.
They tightened up their branding, hired the right people, and a decision was made to slowly phase out their gaming content in favor of their newer project, Sidemen Sunday.
Oh, I remember
These
watching
videos,
them.
every Sunday, started modestly, with standard trends and ideas. It didn't take long, however, for those ideas to expand alongside a growing budget. These videos were the Sidemen really sensing their creative potential. The combination of adolescence and resource coalesced into highly captivating content.
what a
The Sidemen
score.
channel raked in millions of new fans, and larger corporations noticed. In 2018, the group announced
The Sidemen Show.
Published on YouTube Originals, the 7-part series was the boys' first dip into traditional media. With professional crews and budgets, the Sidemen
That
were
looked fun.
with real production value, as well as celebrity co-stars. This series had all the bells and whistles of
Was that
larger
Bear Grylls?
productions, but still
Yeah.
the authentic heart that the Sidemen
And
fans
Steve-O.
loved.
I think we just do a drive-by Moonlight. You get your ass up, we'll just drive past a load of people.
Alright, wait.
It's all wrong! It's all wrong!
Despite all this,
He
the
could
boys
got
never
arrested
tried to
for
repeat
that.
it, but they did catch a taste for that production value. Wanting to take matters into their own hands, but knowing they'll need help, they laid their eyes on talent manager Tanya Pyle, who helped put the YouTube original series together.
And we were just like, yo, like, do you want to be our personal manager? And she thought about it. And she was like, fuck it, let's go. Let's see what happens.
This catalyzed a new era of Sidemen Sundays. Bigger ideas, larger
What the
budgets, and longer screen time. Hours of content for fans to consume every single Sunday. It became an instrumental.
I actually remember
part
half
the
of these
fans' world.
videos.
They were huge videos, but more importantly, they were consistent.
Please tell everybody your favourite magic spell.
That regularity, alongside the boys' hunger to keep pushing, forced the Sidemen into the mainstream. This holiday video, in which the boys split up into a cheap and expensive group,
Is it me or are you
went
getting shivers?
platinum. On paper,
I'm getting
it's
more
2
shivers,
hours
man.
of the lads.
It's actually
But
so
the
sweet.
views don't lie.
Definitely weird.
This video is pure entertainment.
It's because it's so sweet.
Beneath the extensive planning and absorbing performances, there's an effective story here. And some real heartwarming moments.
I'm happy right
The
now.
Sidemen were now operating at their highest potential, which means they had a lot to lose. How could they ensure all of this success didn't start crumbling? The Sidemen are made up of more fame, money, and influence than they ever expected. They'd gone from gaming after school to having the world at their fingertips. It's a power shift sure to go to the heads of most, but the boys never forgot their roots. A system had to be put in place to keep each other grounded.
Right, you sacrifice personal goals and achievements also for a group in achievement. And it's not because it's just like brand achievements, is we're friends, right?
The Sidemen are pretty clear about who's in charge. No one. They knew from day one that keeping it democratic would eliminate egos.
The thing is,
With
you
no
can see
leader,
who.
everyone has equal priority and
I personally think like JJ.
I think everybody thinks that, to be fair, but
Yeah.
they are all equal.
No, they are equal. They are equal, but
Yeah.
I think because JJ's more
He gains
out there.
He
I think it's
gains
because
followers
that.
a lot faster as well.
Yeah, I think it may be because of that. I don't think it's because like just because JJ and JJ is loved by everyone. I just think it's because he's more out there.
Yeah.
He comes across as more in charge. I'm trying to explain it so I don't come across as like favoritism, because I love every single Sidemen, but because JJ is a boxer, JJ's a singer, JJ's
Yeah.
a Sidemen, JJ this, JJ that. I think it's like
No, but I know what you mean. But there is going to be a lot of people that also think the same thing.
responsibility. Every Sidemen Sunday you watch was assigned to a specific member whose job it was to organise and oversee the whole project. When a video is completed, it's tallied up on a spreadsheet next to the member who directed it. The goal is to rotate this assignment around, with responsibility being shared equally. But this is only half the system. How did the Sidemen eliminate tardiness? The card system is the group's way of ensuring accountability.
And if you're 30 minutes late to a shoot, you get a yellow card.
2 lates and a red card. With the red card, the Sidemen Sunday you directed is now scrubbed off your tally. Why is this bad? because now you're behind the rest of the group. And remember, the goal is for this tally to be equal amongst all of them. Next time a video is assigned, it has to go to you.
If you have to sacrifice maybe like one thing that you can do at a later date for the benefit of 6 of your friends, you're gonna do it.
If you get yellow cards, you have to put more work in then.
The more you let the team down, the more work you
I think we're going to go for that. No, shut up. You see, you got really serious.
Might be the key factor why the group is still so strong today. The group takes priority, and they've all recognized this. Their longevity is a result of discipline and selflessness. But it would be criminal to leave their team out of this. For years, the Sidemen boys were jack of all trades. You have to be when starting YouTube. This meant knowledge of sound, camera, marketing, distribution, design, and editing. But there's a crucial stage in every creator's growth.
I know, he looks so young.
Control behind.
We have a couple people that are so essential to the whole operation now because they've come in and they've just put us first on a daily basis.
And today, they have an expert team of specialists that help bring their dreams to reality. Dozens of employees that help from thumbnails all the way up to building businesses. They've recruited powerful people with talent and drive that helps complete the Sidemen puzzle. And in doing so, the group's job titles have evolved.
I think the one thing that's very different about being a video creator is that to do it as a job, you have to become a distributor.
As they've aged, qualities in management, supervision, and leadership have had to form. A spirit for enterprise emerged, and many successful business ventures are thanks to the behind-the-scenes help. Because of this rock-solid foundation and guidance, it's really hard to see the Sidemen slowing down anytime soon.
You guys really could do Sidemen forever and have it.
You don't realise how strong that American accent is until they go on a podcast.
Forever.
I'm sure the Sidemen look back on
Logan Paul and Jake Paul. You don't realise how strong their accent is until they go on a podcast.
Oh, yeah,
because they just sound normal.
I thought you meant Sidemen. I'm thinking they're from the UK.
No, they sound like us.
their journey as a bit of a fever dream. They've accomplished so much, and every step is still there to be watched. Just 10 years ago, they were kids playing FIFA in their bedrooms. They didn't know their place in the world, what was destined for them. They just had the balls to imagine. It took creative thinking, an endless drive, and a whole lot of responsibility.
It is cute though.
The Sidemen paved their own path. And as impossible as it seems now, I'm sure back then, they felt the same way. YouTube today might seem like an impenetrable fortress, like the stars are already established. But the world latched onto the Sidemen for who they were. You don't need $1 million or a dedicated team. Audiences want one thing, and that's you. Ultimately, the Sidemen proved one thing, that anything is possible if you just believe in it.
Crazy.
Do
How
the
they've all
fucking
got a...
No. Also, can I just say, you know the actual person that was speaking? He made... I don't know, it was like really sweet how he was saying it. Do you know what I mean? It was like really inspiring what he was saying.
Yeah.
And it's actually, I love all the Sidemen. I love them equally as much as I do.
I've been there
together.
watching them since before Sidemen Sunday.
I was
That's
actually
crazy. I was like,
I was your age watching
8.
them. I was your age watching them as well.
I was like 8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've grown up with these 7 kids at the time because I was a kid myself.
So crazy. But yeah, so
if any of you guys are watching this, take note, be inspired, and keep fighting. That's all we got to say. And work for what you want. It can't be just handed to you like Andrew Tate says. So anyway, guys, lovely video as always.
Hope
make
you guys
sure,
enjoyed.
yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Like and subscribe. We are trying to get to 1,500 by Christmas so we can do another giveaway. Put your suggestions down below, and then until the next one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.